Good evening viewers, welcome to my legal class. Today we will discuss about appellate jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. In the previous class we already discussed about original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. We know the Supreme Court is the highest court of the country. It is the apex court. Its decisions are binding on all the courts of the country. So, it serves as the final court of appeal, final interpreter of the constitution. Okay, in the original jurisdiction, we already seen that the Supreme Court has power to issue writs for the enforcement of fundamental rights. Like that, Supreme Court has the power under original jurisdiction in the transfers of the cases from one high court to another or from one subordinate court to high court of another state. Under exclusive original jurisdiction, it excludes all other courts and hears the case between central government and state government or between state governments. It is the exclusive original jurisdiction, that is, the case lies before Supreme Court only. Like that, under appellate jurisdiction, Supreme Court hears the appeal against any judgment, decree, or final order of the High Court on any proceedings. It may be constitutional, civil, or criminal matters. On any matters, it can hear appeal. Here, one who wants to seek appellate jurisdiction of the Supreme Court must first seek the leave of High Court, means permission of the High Court. That is, High Court has to certify that the case involves substantial question of law. Then, under Article 134 capital A, High Court certifies. It is in Article 134A inserted to the Constitution in 44th Amendment to the Constitution in 1978. Again, after only the Supreme Court entertains such appeals. In some cases, the such kind of certification is not necessary. Okay, now like that, Supreme Court has extraordinary appellate jurisdiction also. What is that? That is SLP, means special leave petition. And that special leave petition, Supreme Court can hear the appeal over any court of the country or any tribunal against any judgment, decree, order, or any sentence, determinations, anything on any matters, any causes. So it is the wide power of the Supreme Court. Okay. Now here the High Court's certification is not necessary, and the appeal lies before Supreme Court not only against the High Court judgment, but it hears the appeal against the any judgment of the any court or orders of the any tribunal of the country. This is the wide power and discretionary power provided to the Supreme Court. Okay, now look at the constitutional provisions of the appellate jurisdictions of Supreme Court. What are the provisions provided under our Constitution? Article 132 to 136 provide the provisions regarding the appellate jurisdiction of Supreme Court. Under Article 132, Supreme Court hears the case, hears the appeal against the judgment, final order, or decree of the High Court. Under Article 132, Supreme Court hears the appeal against the judgment of the judgment of the High Court. Here, in the matter of constitution, criminal or civil matter, here the for seek the appeal against the judgment of High Court under Article 132, High Court wants to certify the case and that the case involves substantial question of law as to the interpretation of constitution. Then the Supreme Court entertain such matters. This is Article 132 regarding the interpretation of constitution only. Okay, next, here also parties can appeal before the Supreme Court with the certification of High Court on the ground that the substantial question of law has been interpreted wrongly by the High Court. This is also on one ground to appeal before the Supreme Court with the certification of High Court under Article 132. Next, Article 133. It is against the civil proceedings. In the Article 133 has been amended in 1972, 30th Amendment, and in originally there is a monetary limitations to lie appeal before the Supreme Court. That monetary limitations has been removed and the substantial question of law on general importance has been inserted in that provisions. Okay, here also against the judgment, decree or final order of the High Court, against such judgment, decree or final order of the High Court, appeal lies before Supreme Court and the High Court certifies that the case involves substantial question of law of the general importance. Then the Supreme Court entertains such matters or such appeals. And also here one provision is provided. Here the parties may urge before Supreme Court under Article 133 clause 2, urge before the Supreme Court that the question of law of as of the interpretation of constitution wrongly decided in the High Court. Then the Supreme Court also hears such cases under Article 133. Next, under Article 134, it is against involves the criminal proceedings. Here some exceptions are given to exclude the certification of High Court. What are those grounds? That is, two grounds are provided without the certification of High Court. One can file the appeal before Supreme Court. Supreme Court entertains such cases. Here, High Court awards death sentence in two cases. That is, on appeal, if the case decided in lower courts and acquitted the accused by the lower court. Against such order on appeal, court revert the order of the lower court and convict the accused and awarded the death sentence to him. One. And another case, if the case is pending before lower court and High Court withdraws such case and tried by itself and award the death sentence to the accused, then in such case also party file the appeal before Supreme Court against the judgment of the High Court. Then High Court entertains such cases also. Next, even if High Court feels or in the opinion of High Courts that the case fit to settle before Supreme Court, then it certifies the same and the appeal lies before the Supreme Court. Then also Supreme Court entertains such criminal proceedings, such appeals. But here one provision is provided that while certifying by the High Court must subject to the provisions of Article 145. What is under Article 145? Article 145 says that it is the power of the Supreme Court to make rule to regulate the practice and proceedings of the court. This is also ensures the independence of the judiciary, that is empowers the Supreme Court to make rules to regulate the judicial system, to regulate the courts practice proceedings of the courts. Supreme Court has constitutional power under Article 145. Such if Supreme Court makes any rules regarding the appeal, then it must be followed by the High Court while certifying under criminal proceedings. Okay, then it is all the cases against the judgment of the High Courts, and in some except these two death sentences cases, in all other cases High Courts must certify the case, and the case involves substantial question of law, then only High Court entertain such appeals. Okay, if the matters are not provided under Article 133 and 134, for such matters also, until the Parliament makes law, Supreme Court has jurisdiction to entertain such appeals if the matters not involved in the Article 133 and 134 according to Article 135. Now come to the important article, that is Article 136, Special Leave Petition. Here Supreme Court hears the appeal over against the judgment, decree, order, determination, sentence of any court of the country or any tribunal of the country. This is one of the wide power of the Supreme Court. Look at here, the first sentence of the Article 136 says, notwithstanding in this chapter, means what? That is, notwithstanding anything in this chapter. That means the Article 136 prevails over all other provisions of this chapter. In this chapter, Article 131, we already studied, that excludes the jurisdictions of the Supreme Court. If if any other provisions, if any other remedies provided under other article, then the remedies under Article 131 is not available. That excludes the jurisdiction. Article 131 excludes the jurisdictions of the Supreme Court. We saw that water disputes case, water disputes between interstate water disputes. In such case, Parliament enact the law, then create the tribunals to resolve the disputes. But Article 136 says, notwithstanding anything in this subject, in this chapter, means whatever be the says by any provisions of this chapter, but Article 136 prevails over that. This is the discretionary power. It grants discretionary power to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court may accept the permission, grant the permission of for the request made by the party, or reject the request made by the party to appeal. It is the discretionary power of the Supreme Court. So, in water dispute cases between the states, if one party, if one state wants to appeal against the order of the tribunal, it may, under special leave petition, may file the appeal in the Supreme Court if Supreme Court permits. If Supreme Court grants leave, special leaves, grants special leaves, means special permission. Special leave means special permission. If grants a special leave to the request of the party, then it may entertain such order also. Any order of any tribunal, it can entertain the appeals under Article 136, such a wide extraordinary appellate jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. This is very important. Article 136 is the very important appellate jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. It is very, very important. Keep in mind. Okay. This is the end of this class, appellate jurisdiction. In the next class, we will discuss about advisory jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. Okay. Till then, bye. Thank you.